What's going on, YouTube? Achilles here, and today I made an Azorius control deck. With the new Duskmourn set out, Split Up is a really good card, and it competes with Temporary Lockdown for a spot in this deck, but I'm doing 3 and 3 because both these cards have their own advantages and disadvantages, but with more testing and whatnot, I'll probably figure it out with the meta, but Temporary Lockdown is really good still, so I'm not going to count it out yet. On top of that, it's just a normal Azorius control deck with your buddy Jace to mill him out if possible. Got a copy of Teferi in here because this is a win con of its own. Speaking of win cons, Mirrex is another win con. Fountainport could complement Mirrex as well as do stuff on the end of your opponent's turn if you have open mana. And on top of that, the other ways you could win are with Restless Anchorage, Sunfall, Incubator token, but that's silly sometimes, but it works, and that's pretty much in a nutshell. And then everything else is just board wipe, counter. You get the point. Anyway, let's get right into this list. We got 4 3 steps ahead, 2 get lost, 4 no more lies, 4 union of the third path, 3 split up, 3 temporary lockdown, 4 Jace the perfected mind, 4 Spellgyre, 4 Sunfall, 1 Teferi, Temporal, and Pilgrim, and for the lands we got 3 plains, 3 islands, 2 Adarkar Wastes, 4 Floodfarm Verge, 4 Restless Anchorage, 4 Seachrome Coast, 4 Demolition Field, 1 Fountainport, and 2 copies of Mirrex. Let's get into these games. We get to go first, and this hand is really good. We don't have any turn 1 Elspeth Smites in this deck because deck space is tight, and I'm a firm believer in playing 4 Union of the Third Path because with all the aggressive decks out there, especially Mono Red and Rakdos aggro, you could get like killed in a turn in 2 turns pretty much, so, or in turn 2 should I say, but this card really puts you ahead on the end of your opponent's turn if you need to just gain a bunch of life. Even in a Pioneer format, I play 4 of it in my Azorius control, and it works wonders. Everyone looks at it like, what is this? Okay. So in this situation, I feel like this would really bother them if I did it now. I'm gonna play it.
Surrender your mind to Phyrexia's will. I know
What is this deck they're playing?
all the answers.
The rest is in swamps. Uh-oh, that's a Mistress Foundry. But what's good is, so it has to do combat damage, guys. That's the key word right here. So now we get to pass, and we're chilling. And also with Floodfarm Verge, this deck has some good mana. I could finally put this, not play a bunch of these. This card is so good. So I gotta do this, get rid of it, and then waste his whole turn. -1. Alright, well, at least we could answer this card with Jace, which is really cool. So, they could just Mishra's Foundry hit Jace for 2. But is that really the move? We're gonna find out. That is duress. Yikes. I'm gonna turn this into 2 cards, honestly. I need to. I feel like I'm just forced to at this point. So, Demolition Field will take care of Mishra's Foundry, so I want to draw that. Get another land. Well, you only have one choice now. So they could get a swing in with Mishra's Foundry on the Jace, but they commit their mana to another unstoppable slasher. Okay. Could deal with that. We gotta do this now.
beyond
That's it.
your comprehension.
Unstoppable Slasher is such a menace. Let's see how they do it. Alright, so... Wait, so that's impending on 2. It has to do damage to a player to get that effect, so... We could get rid of you. And I'm not really worried about just taking 2. I mean, it's not going to do much. I mean, Jace is still going to be hanging out, so that's all that matters. But I'll tell you one thing. If they just pass after this, I am going to draw 2 cards at 3 steps ahead because I am digging for that board wipe at this point. So I can't fend off these 2 forever. It's not a board wipe, but it will work. Well, maybe it'll work. Let's see. I'm just gonna slowly get more cards than my opponent.
You can be made to obey.
Gotta love Azorius control. Well, not people don't like playing against it. Maybe being on the other side of the board. Yikes! So the bat. Yikes! Let me take that. I'm gonna turn it into more cards. I just don't want him to take it. Yes, there it is. So the thing is now, they're gonna probably take that with the Deep Cavern Bat. Which... They're gonna do that now. But what if... So I'm gonna let them do that actually. So let's see what they take. It's gonna be split up. Yeah, it's like there's no way you don't take split up in that situation. It looks like they want to get rid of the Jace, so they're probably going to swing at it again. Yeah. So, we just see if they have anything else for the No More Lies to hit. If not, I'm going to Union. So, let's see what we can get. Land. Another land! Oh my god, this ain't looking too good. But I have hope. And when you have hope, that's all you need.
Organic minds are easily quelled.
So I'm gonna really just have to draw something good next turn or else I'm gonna be in trouble. I was gonna maybe use Restless Anchorage to block, but I don't want to waste any of the mana. I might need to draw some cards or something. I might need the mana. Oh. Yeah, did I mention I could use some lands? I mean, not lands, non-lands. This is terrifyingly bad. So, this is where we just scare the opponent with our might. Both our might and our actual might. Okay. Yikes. They attack with the bat. That's a mistake. Unless they have a removal spell. Yeah. So I gotta take it both. Alright, so everything is now going on this next draw. This is going to be the card that'll save me. And it's not, unfortunately. Rip. We get to go first, and this hand's pretty good. Uh-oh. This ain't a good hand to deal with that. Yikes. A lot of damage. Ooh, it's a split up though. That's how we deal with that. No. There's Swift Spear. Okay. So check it out. Oh, it doesn't make sense though. You know what? I'm gonna hold up the Spellgyre. And I might end up just using it. Yeah, I think that's just the right play. Just trying to take away all the power from them. Unless they could do the damage right now. 4. Okay. Not 1. Alright. This is where we're in survival mode.
The weak-minded will be educated.
Anything, if they even sneeze, we lose. We're getting somewhere. Slowly but surely.
You can be made to obey.
The ultimate comeback right now. Uh-oh. Just gonna keep doing this.
Organic minds are easily quelled.
Yes, and I drew it. I drew the card I needed, guys. Now I could gain life. They're going for it. This is so funny. Haha. Would you look at that?
You can be made to obey.
We're just gonna keep doing this. And we get it. That is amazing. Wow. Now this is an odd hand, I'll tell you that much. Am I gonna keep it though? No way. So if I could draw a land next turn, that would be really good. And I get it. It's just counter everything they do day. Well, that's it then. Really? What's going on, man? It's Jace here to hang out.
Cannot win.
Interesting.
The knowledge we acquire
Plays
is
that.
still valuable. We can improve upon your ideas.
I could get rid of the Cavern of Souls now. Well, I guess they're making it really hard for me in this situation. And so, I have to get rid of the Zoraline. I really don't want to do this Sunfall and Zoraline, but then they could get the bat, then they could pick out the Sunfall out of my hand with the bat, because they could pay 2 and then go for the decap of that. I don't want that to happen. Because they're pretty much making me use Sunfall in that situation. Because they wouldn't get rid of any other card with the Deep Cavern that if I brought it back. Jace.
Phyrexia showed me the truth. The data requires scrutiny. No secret escapes my grasp.
Let's gain a bunch of life first. Nice. Okay, I'm actually curious what they get rid of, because I really think they're going to get rid of temporary lockdown, but I could be wrong. Yeah. I mean, either way, like I'm gonna get a lot of cards out of this. Teferi is a lot of value. I feel like Bat is better to call. I mean, well, the better one of the two, Bat and Vampire, to get rid of. So I'm gonna go for that. Because I think most of the cards in our opponent's deck is going to be more Bat heavy than Vampire heavy. I could be wrong. You gotta doubt yourself. Okay, this isn't bad. I mean, I'm just chilling right now. If I play this, then I won't be able to use my Spellgyre, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna put the pressure on the opponent this time around. And it all starts with our little 2/2 blue spirit friend.
Who's that handsome devil?
And you know what? Speaking of pressure. Now we get to attack. Oh no. All my momentum. This temporary lockdown's looking so good right now.
Much to consider.
There we go. We got what we needed. And we just get back another board wipe.
Organic minds are easily quelled.
Here we go again. We're gonna gain some life with the Union next turn, just to make up for all this. So, let's do it like this. I do want to gain one more life though over the counter, so I'm gonna do it like this. So I do it, I get rid of, well, I gain life first, then I temporary lockdown. And then we go for our buddy.
Nobody knows
Then
the better
we
than
do
me.
this.
I know where to find all the answers.
Get rid of all your counter souls. So now we just go for
Nice
the
to see a
beatdown.
familiar face.
You can be made to obey.
Another pylon? Is that what you got? Classic overthrow. Our opponent is down to just top decking though, so they might surrender. That's a card. this will make both our tokens get an extra 1/1 counter.
Another mystery.
I'm going to get more attack power. Just keep it coming. Just force him to block at this point.
Organic minds are easily quelled.
And we get it. Nice. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day. So stay tuned. Take care everyone.